What is going on, fellas? And welcome back to Hungary for Success with me, FoggyPlays, on FM21. Today, we're taking on Bahaskheir in the Champions League playoff round to make it into the group stage. Hopefully, we can get into the Champions League groups again and potentially qualify for the first round. But before we do any of that, we do have to take on Bahaskheir and beat them. We are expected to win both games, so let's see how that goes. If you do want to enjoy this episode, do make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It would be delightful because I've missed a couple of days uploading because I have an abscess in my tooth, and this is the first time I've been able to talk properly. So let's get into the video. Right, fellas. So as I said, we're taking a Bahaskheir. Very, very hot in here as well. So just ignore the whole, melting thing that I have going on. Since the last game, we have played, I think it was just MTK since the last episode. Beat them 2-0, quite a comfortable victory. We're going to be taking on Bahaskheir in both games today. As I said, we're doing pretty well. We've won every game in the league thus far, so it's going pretty good. It's only us and FmGreeno that are still undefeated, but they've dropped points already. Some interesting games. Fervor have made it to the League Path playoff, and they're also playing a Turkish side. Two Turkish teams could get knocked out by Hungarian teams today, and that would be delightful. I would like that. Or they got Brian Boboy playing up front for them. Derek Jameson. Interesting. Right, so for today's game, we are starting with a slightly different team. I don't think, actually, have we done any transfers? I don't think we've done any transfers since you were last. Let's have an old scans. We haven't signed anybody, and we've not sold anybody. That is splendiferous. So we're starting with Kranich in goal, Hernandez, Medina, Neary, and Mayer as our back four, Kwasi and O'Neill in central midfield, Gilmer and Kalsberg as a wide men, Fuskas and Zigri start up front. I'm waiting for Zigri to burst onto the scene and be the striker that I keep getting told he's going to be, but he has only had two substitute appearances so far, so I'm not going to judge him too quickly. He's quite good. We do have Zhang on the bench, who has been pretty decent form since he arrived not too long ago. Mayer is instantly dropped. He was fine at the start of the, like when I selected the team, he was fully healthy. Zigri really showing that he wants to get involved in this game, and Gilmer has put us one up after just shy of 6 minutes. Thinking an awful lot of that had to do with Zigri challenging Jameson just there off the ball. He kind of forced the Bahaskheir defense to just do a little bit extra. Oh, I feel like Zigri and Jameson is going to be a slight war from what we've seen so far. Potentially one of them getting sent off. Mayer passes the ball to O'Neill, back to Mayer, whips it across. Gilmer can't. Oh, Kwasi puts it in the back of the net. Kwasi with his first. O'Neill playing for the first time this season because he did pick up an injury in pre-season. This is getting embarrassing. We're not even 9 minutes in. Calm down. And because I encouraged them, they're all super pissed. Gilmer shot blocked by one of the Bahaskheir defenders, but O'Neill passed it to Kwasi, and we have taken a 2-0 advantage. O'Neill already been booked. 4 minutes in, picked up a booking. That's what you want. Is that Mohammed? There was a Turkish goalkeeper, a goalkeeper playing in Turkey that I was being told about. Who was Mohammed? Is that him? I don't think it is. Maybe. But yeah, the heat. The heat is insane. As you can see, my hair has just turned into a hot mess. Gilmer has absolutely spooned that one wide, but we are still comfortable. I'm gonna praise the lads. We're doing quite well. Medina is complacent. We do have Gitarik on the bench, so if needs be, he can come on. But yeah, it's insanely hot. I think it's 26 degrees right now. We're not built for this. Ireland not built for this kind of weather. We're milky white for a reason. Gilmer, what are you doing? Also, I can't have windows open in my office because then you'll be able to hear all the shit that goes on outside my house, and it's a lot. So we're going to pump the fist and say bit of room for improvement. But I'm going to tell everyone that I believe they've got what it takes. Does anyone need to come off? Nobody's injured. Nobody's excessively tired. Well, Gilmar's a little bit on the tired side, but we leave him on for now. Jump into the second half and just continue how we're doing. Okay, we got our first highlight of the second half in the 54th minute. Mayer and Neary are just kind of passing the ball between each other. O'Neill finds Kouassi. Mayer, beautifully taken in. Kouassi side foots it from 20 yards ish. Second goal of the game. We are 3-0 up at home against Bahaskheir. This is I love it said after 9 minutes. Oh, this is getting embarrassing. It's 2-0 after 9 minutes. Chill. You know, that's like the kiss of death. But things are acceptable at the moment. Musaba gets dispossessed by Hernandez, finds Medina. Hernandez. Back to Medina. We're playing playing like little tiki-taka balls. And Carlsberg's put that one over. We're playing little tiki-taka and then Medina gets the ball and he's just like, get it away from me. Right, so both our centre midfielders are now booked. Not ideal. Burke puts it wide. We're going to have to make substitutions in the not too distant future, just to keep everyone relatively fit. Carlsberg takes that one down beautifully, gets dispossessed by Burke, but because it's FM21, keeps the ball. Carlsberg turns fairly easy for the goalkeeper, I would say. Not a great clear or kick out by him, but Medina's picked it up. Finds Zigri, Hernandez, Gilmar. Gets it across, and Fuskis can't get a hold of it. I think it was the goalkeeper that punted that one as far away as he could. Brian Abubabai has now been taken off the pitch. Gilmar is quite tired, so we're going to take him off and put Fuskis out there. Move Zigri to the advance forward. Bring on Zhang to be the complete forward. Kouassi is exhausted. We're bringing in Johansson. And we're going to jump forward a little bit further and then make a substitution in the not too distant future just to end the game with fresh legs. Medina doesn't get there before Gessend. Thankfully, Kranich, who for some reason runs after the ball after it's been put out. Maybe he's like, oh, I didn't touch it. Wasn't me. I didn't touch it. It's a poor corner from Bahaskheir, but they still have the ball. Carlsberg was running alongside the guy who had it and then went, nah. Oh, Skov Olsen is playing for Bahaskheir. Mayer, you can come off. We're going to bring on Shiki, who actually has quite a number of players who don't like him in the first team. So, I don't know, maybe he's vegan or something. They struggle to get along with him because of different personalities. He's probably vegan. Carlsberg. Oh, Paul Carlsberg. 4-0 at home against Bahaskheir. This is comfy. This is comfy. Don't need to worry about the second leg. I would imagine we're going to go to Turkey and absolutely smash them. Hopefully, Ferver have done something similar in their game against Fenerbahce. And we can have two Hungarian teams in the group stage of the Champions League. That would be fantastic. Never been done before. It has never been done in all of esports. Shiggy. Just Scott Olsen just keeps kicking the ball off him. And Horn puts it wide. 20 seconds left. Kranich, just chill. Took him 15 seconds to get the ball. Dinks it away. Carlsberg picks it up, runs it out of play, and the game is over. Just blow the ref. Or blow the whistle, ref. Carlsberg steals the ball away. goes out for a throw to us. Game is eventually finished. And we've won 4-0. Outstanding. So that is a comfortable 4-0 win for us. Ferver beat Fenerbahce 2-1. Rangers beat Benfica 2-0. Okay. Rangers equals good at football. 11 years in the future. Potentially. So yeah, it's pretty decent. Kouassi had a good game for himself. So we're going to be back in just a second for the second leg. It looks like it's just a foregone conclusion at this stage. We're going to get through, but we're going to do it regardless because something terrible could happen, and I prefer if it didn't. So we will be back in just a second for the second leg against Bahaskheir. Alright, fellas, so it is time for the second leg against Bahaskheir, and I think we can safely say we're probably true, but we're going to do this game regardless because, knowing my luck, something terrible will happen and we'll end up getting knocked out. Just because, that's just how FM works. I don't remember who we started in the last game, so we're going to go through the 11 again. Pretty much the same team as last time, I would imagine. But Diaz is potentially on his way to Almira. They've met his release clause. He's not happy because he wasn't getting enough first team football, and I was like, just wait. And he was like, no, I want to leave. So Almira came in, offered 11 million. That is his release clause. But also saying this guy, Giannis Nkasi, doesn't look a terrible player. He's going to be potentially going out on loan to Puskás Academia. That's fine by me, I guess. I'm not overly fussed. Just he was a decent player, so I'd bring him in and see how we got on. Looks like he's not going to be hanging around for too long, but we do have, we had that one game in between against Fasas. Baridze scored a brace. I decided to rest Kalmar. He just popped up with 2 goals, so he's probably a little bit unhappy about not starting this game. Zigri just has not been scoring goals, so he's been quite effective, but he's not doing a huge amount goal wise. So going through the 11 that are starting, Kranic is continuing in goal. Hernandez, Mandira, Neary, and Mayer as our defenders. I think that's the same back four we had in the last game. Kwasi O'Neill in central midfield. Gilmar and Carlsberg as our wide men. Fuskis and Zigri up front. In the last game, we did start Zigri as the advanced forward to see if that would do anything for his goal scoring ability, and it didn't. So he's going to start scoring at some point. I know that, so it's fine. It's fine. They continue with Brian Abawabawi up front. Derek Jameson's on the bench for this one. Scott Olsen also sitting on the bench for this one. Go and continue where you finished the last game. And just took a bit of you can make the difference at everybody. Didn't actually look to see how. Okay, so they're lining up. Not in the most attacking, but I suppose it's still kind of attacking. They're playing a 4-4-1-1. The AI play very standard tactics a lot. And I think when you think about it, like, not a big fan of it. Like the number 10s, I haven't got them to work in a while. I've tried it on this save a little bit, but since my journeyman, Kouassi, what an absolute beauty of a goal. Since the journeyman we did earlier in the year, not really got number 10s to work all that well since then. Like, it worked with Bayer Leverkusen, it worked with Borussia Dortmund. Speaking of the Devils, wearing their jersey. Kouassi, he's teetering on the edge of offside, but we're through now. This is pretty confident that we're through now. 5-0 on aggregate. We have an away goal, so they would need to score 6 to go through now. There's plenty of time, but O'Neill absolutely cracks the woodwork, and somehow we've got away with a corner after one of the defenders just kicked the ball at another Bahaskheir player. Zigri almost gets there with a run into the box to score a header, O'Neill puts across, and Carlsberg. How did he miss? How did Carlsberg miss that? Oh, that's like Timo Werner against Leeds. Was it against Leeds? Against Leeds, bad. Where he was standing on the line and he somehow managed to miss. Twice. Not just once, twice. I'm very washed out. No, still washed out. Okay. That's fine. We'll deal with it. But yeah, Zigri did manage to get his first goal, so I'm not going to complain too much. The Ozajek, or the man who was on loan at Ozajek last season, steps up, scores his first goal, and of course it's in the Champions League, because that's just what we do. Skov Olsen has been brought on now. I don't know if I should be weary of Skov Olsen. I feel like he's a pretty decent player, and I'm just a smidge worried that he might decide to just tear us apart. I don't think we're going to suffer too much. They need to score 7 in this second half. They haven't really looked like scoring up to this point. They've been involved more in this game than the last one. 9 shots, 4 on target, or 11 shots, 4 on target. But they're playing ultra defensive for set pieces, though. Like, every Bahaskheir player was like in their box or somewhere near, and Carlsberg just quite comfortably puts that in the back of the net. The assistant manager's star ratings for the last since the last game against Bahaskheir, just been all over the place. It's been mental. Neary went from I think he was a 3.5 star centre back for the Bahaskheir game. He was a 4-star centre back just before the game against Vasas, and it was a 3-star centre back for this game. So I don't pay a huge amount of attention to star ratings, but it's just a little bit interesting to see it changes so rapidly. Like, somebody who pays attention to it would be like, well, this guy's not good enough anymore for us. That's a nice goal by Mbam. Walking over. I'm assuming he was trying to get the ball, but Krenic had already taken the ball away. Fuskas is playing terribly, scoring on Zhang, but swap Zhang and Zigri around. Mayer is having a... Mayer's fine. O'Neill can actually come off for Ben Said. Just give him a bit of a run out in the Champions League, see how he gets on. Neary is 1 card away from a suspension. Oh no, best to take him off then. Neary is one of those players that proves that, sometimes loaning a player out, doing the Chelsea thing, signing all the good young players and then loaning them all out forever and ever, can sometimes work. He spent 2 seasons out on loan at Hungary, came back, and now he's a first team regular. And that's fine by me. Gilmar is quite tired, so we're going to bring on Baridze. But move Breeze over to left, and Zhang can play on the right. Carlsberg, you are not a complete forward, so we're going to swap the 2 of you around. We're 7-1 up on aggregate. I don't think it's, we're not gonna worry too much about it. Because I don't want this video to run too long, because it's already going to be 20 minutes roughly when this game finishes. We're not going to have a look at the group stage draw in this episode. We might do the draw for the group. It's at the start of the next episode, and then play one of the games. I have to wait and see what happens. But we're through comfortably enough. 7-1 on aggregate, 3-1 on the night. Can't really complain. Bahaskheir enjoy playing in Europa League. Couldn't remember the name for a second there. And further, also enjoy playing in the Europa League next season, because we are again the only Hungarian team to make it to the next round of the Champions League. That's just how it do be sometimes. The Ivory Coast manager was there to watch Kouassi have an absolute fantastic game. Almost 14 million has been awarded to us for making the Champions League group stage, which brings our balanced to almost 150 million. We started with like 250,000 11 years ago. If you have any questions about finances, just let me know. Just let me know, and I'll help you out. So we are doing obviously quite well in the league, unbeaten, haven't dropped a point yet. Ferencvaros are the only team that are still unbeaten. When do we play Ferencvaros? Because that will be after the Hungarian Cup game. So in theory, if they can continue their unbeaten run for another 2 games, we'll finish it for them. We'll end their unbeaten season attempts, and hopefully this year can be the one where we go unbeaten, because going unbeaten's hard. It's very hard. But Vasas, Meshkoved, and Kishvarda all without a victory so far. We've added a defeat to Vasas. They've only been beaten by the 2 top teams in the league. It's not too bad. Not too bad for them. So for the next episode will be I think we do the Champions League group stage draw, which is being drawn later today, and we'll have one or two of the games from the group stage, depending on who we draw and what the layout of it is. So if you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends, and I will see you in the next one.